Bad Bunny has been in the headlines a lot lately after rumors have gone around that he's dating Kendall Jenner. The news alone has gotten him in some trouble as people are not fans of the Kardashian Jenner family and were really surprised to see him hanging around one of the members, leaving some fans to feel sort of betrayed by him associating with a family that some have called culture vultures and are just surprised that he would want to be around someone in the family. Some have even joked that dating a Kardashian member comes with a certain Kardashian curse, as not so wonderful things have happened to the men in the past who have dated one of these sisters. And not just dated, because some people even include Rob in this theory and just say that anyone associated with a Kardashian in general, bad things happen to them. And with Bad Bunny in the headlines this week for something non-Kardashian related, some feel like this curse might have hit him.
You've probably heard the conspiracy theory that the Kardashians curse all the men in their lives and ruin them while they thrive. Examples of this include Rob Kardashian from being happy and offered modeling gigs to developing severe depression and never leaving his house. Scott Disick, who went from being a preppy successful businessman to developing severe alcoholism and depression in front of the whole world. Lamar Odom, who was at the top of his basketball game, then experienced severe addiction, overdose, died, and then was brought back to life. Reggie Bush, who went from winning Heisman trophies to shortly after dating Kim having to retire because he got injured and then started playing way worse and had to give his Heisman trophy back because of a scandal he was in. Travis Scott having a #1 album in 2018, then becoming the most hated, disgraced artist of all time and not releasing an album since. Caitlyn Jenner, who ruined her relationship with Kris, Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe and then got ostracized by her own community. Kanye going on his first 5150 psychiatric hold, being locked in a mental hospital, his 2020 presidential run, and him literally saying he was in the sunken place when he was with Kim. Pete Davidson now being in trauma therapy after the negative media attention from being with Kim.
Even though it's not confirmed that he's dating Kendall and Kendall is a Jenner, not a Kardashian, some still felt like the curse was applying to him, since this week news broke that he's being sued by one of his ex-girlfriends. His ex, Carlise, is suing him for at least $40 million over a well-known voice recording that she did for him before he was famous, where she says, "Bad Bunny baby." The recording was included in 2 of his songs, and she is claiming in a lawsuit that her voice and the phrase she came up with are being used without her permission. And it's not just songs that she feels her voice has been used for. The lawsuit states that her distinguishable voice also has been used without her consent for songs, records, promotions, worldwide concerts, television, radio, and social and musical platforms. Aside from Bad Bunny himself, she also seems to be suing his manager as well. Now, these two have a very long history and they dated for quite a while before he was famous. I believe they started dating in 2011, and it wasn't until 2015 that she actually did this recording of Bad Bunny Baby, in which she said that he was working on some music and he texted her, wanted her to record this. She was with a friend. She went to the bathroom where it was the most quiet and recorded it and sent it over to him. And in 2016, they actually got engaged and made plans to get married that same year. But it was also the year that he was signed and she got accepted to law school and they ended up breaking up. I believe they tried to get back together again, but it didn't work out and they ended up going separate ways. I believe there's like more to that, but that's as much as I know. Now, the tea of all of this is that back in 2022, there was actually discussions of them about to use her voice for one of his upcoming albums, and somebody representing Bad Bunny actually called her up and said that he was willing to give her $2,000 if he could use her voice, and she said no. They never agreed on anything, but the audio was used anyway. Like, despite the fact that she declined this offer, like, they just went ahead and put it on the album. And the lawsuit claims that people know it's her, and since its release, thousands of people have commented directly on her social media networks, as well as every time she goes out in public, people are always making comments about Bad Bunny baby. And the lawsuit states that this has caused and currently causes her to feel worried, anguished, intimidated, overwhelmed, and anxious. Now, there's a lot of people feeling a lot of feelings about this. I've seen tons of people rooting for her, feeling like this is his karma for using her voice without her permission. Some people are saying that she's just money hungry. He's famous now. She wants to make money and, she wants some of his. But I don't know. I feel like, she's a lawyer. She went to law school. He used her voice without her permission. Like, he knows that she declined the offer. And of course, she's wanting a piece of the pie. Like, since he did go ahead and use it, she was also there in the early days, watching him come up. I mean, according to reports, back when they were together, she was in charge of his scheduling, invoices, contracts. So this is probably also her coming for a check for all of those times that she helped him rise to fame. And he did kind of give her something to sue him over, since that is her voice. And I mean, $2,000, that original offer didn't sound too good. Granted that he's made millions of dollars off of that album and those individual songs. So $40 million, that is a lot of money. And some people are trying to calculate how much she would actually probably get after lawyers' fees and negotiations. Some people are thinking she'll probably land somewhere in 10 million. I don't know. Who knows if this will actually like go through and she'll win. But I mean, there's a good amount of people that are rooting for her, even though there are people that are like, she shouldn't get anything. I mean, at this point, those songs individually have millions of views on YouTube. One has 355 million views on YouTube and more than 235 million Spotify streams. The other one has more than 60 million views on YouTube and 280 million streams on Spotify. These are huge numbers and so many ears that have heard her voice. And I'm just gonna say that obviously if she's a lawyer, she knows when is the right time to sue someone, and I don't think that she would be doing this if she felt like she was going to lose, or if she felt like it wasn't actually something that she could like stand on. I don't know. And she has to feel strongly about it if she's going to come after Bad Bunny, because he obviously has a lot of people that love him and that support him, and to go against that is really hard sometimes. So the fact that she's standing up for herself, that's pretty big. I feel like the situation would be very different if when his team called her up, she was like, yeah, for sure, use my voice in your song, and then was like, oh, I want to sue because I should actually be getting paid for that. But since she said no when they called her, and they went ahead and used it anyway, I just feel like she's in the right here, you know? Like, what'd you guys think that she was gonna do? Like, not be upset? But people are also taking this as a big time to joke about him and the Kardashians and that curse. Some people are even joking like Kim Kardashian is about to like represent him in court. And in regards to that curse, people are saying that something like this would happen to him after associating with his family.
Thank you. So I called the Kardashian Curse in one of my first videos when it was confirmed that they were dating. And people were telling me I was wrong because she's a Jenner. But I think it applies to all of them because they're sisters.
I don't subscribe to this idea that this group of women are cursed. I don't subscribe to that idea. But if you do subscribe to the idea that maybe the Kardashians are cursed, Bad Bunny is getting sued. Not only is he getting sued, this is so funny. Bad Bunny and Rima's Entertainment are being sued by Carlos de la Cruz, Benito's ex-girlfriend.
I think this is definitely a mess, but maybe something that he should have seen coming by using the audio, and maybe he did. Maybe he's not even mad that this is happening. Some people are even trying to like theorize that he did this on purpose because he wanted to be able to give her this money for helping him in his career all this time, and he knew that she wouldn't accept the money, so he wanted to, you know, give her away to... I was like, what? This story is getting crazier and crazier by the minute, but either way, I hope she gets that money because that's her voice, and I feel like it's deserved. But like I said, there's a lot of opinions going on there. So some people might think that maybe she doesn't. Maybe some people will think that she's money hungry. A bunch of stuff. There's a lot of opinions going on. I will say though that in terms of the part of the lawsuit that she talks about social media and how people associate her with Bad Bunny Baby, it is true. She has her Instagram comments turned off, and I can only imagine that it is because that might have been the only comments that she was getting there for a while. And I'm also sure that with this lawsuit, people would even try to comment that even more, especially people that are upset at her for suing him. So I can imagine it being annoying if you said that you did not want this line to be in the song, using your voice, and then everybody knows, and then everyone's commenting about it, especially if you didn't want it. Like, it's one thing if you did, but if you didn't, that's like a whole other thing. Because when she originally recorded it, he wasn't Bad Bunny. Like, he wasn't headlining Coachella Bad Bunny, and she didn't agree for it to be on this album all these years later when he was Bad Bunny. But that's what's going on with Bad Bunny. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys think this is all because of that dang Kardashian curse, that this is all happening to him? Do you guys think that she has a right to sue and get this money? What are your thoughts on the situation? Let me know in the comments below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.